Damascus, Virginia is known all around the world as a place to have some adventures in the great outdoors. And two upcoming events featuring a dual sport adventure bike ride and a kids fishing derby will keep the outdoor fun rolling in Damascus this summer. And here to get us ready for all of that outdoor fun is Joe Johnson. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and thank you so much for having us on.
Damascus is doing great. The recovery is definitely on. Things are building back after Hurricane Helene.
Yeah, you know, we had back in September when the storm came through,
Yes.
a lot of the businesses got, hit pretty hard. Houses were lost. Very resilient community, a lot of volunteers. It has been amazing to see it all come back together. 58 was opened in Memorial Day weekend. The Governor Youngkin was there, did the ribbon cutting, and talked about the fact that the United States Forest Service has the money in their account to repair the creeper trail from White Top down to Damascus. It's going to take a while to do that, but and so because of that, all the businesses and are now open for business, and we of course want people to come see us.
And you just recently had trail days, and you had a lot of folks come see you.
Yeah, I mean, so we started off back in April with an event was put together called Trout Days, and it was incredibly successful. It was a trout tournament. Folks came in, they with great prizes for catching the fish, and we had a big raffle, and it did incredibly well. So we're going to do that again in September. And then in May we had Trail Days, and Trail Days is Damascus. It's an amazing time to have all these folks in. You meet some of the coolest people on the planet, and they come from all over the world actually to this festival, and this one was no exception. It did incredibly well. So what we're doing now is we're trying to put together some events to really bring people in and showcase our little town. And I'm a motorcycle enthusiast, and we have a number of folks in our town that are the same. So we decided to come up with a motorcycle adventure ride, and it's called the Damascus Motorcycle Adventure Ride, 200 kilometers. We call it the Damn 200 for short. But it's going to be this coming weekend, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. The riders that register, it includes 2 nights free camping. We're going to have a premiere of the Southeast of BDR. Now what that is Back Road Discovery Route. And there's an organization that actually does these routes all over the country. And we were just talking about Montana off camera a while ago, but there's one in Montana, there's one in Colorado, Idaho, I think there's like 17 of them. But there's one in Damascus that goes from Damascus all the way to the New York line. That's called the Mid-Atlantic Back Road Discovery Route. And then there's one in Damascus that goes from Damascus all the way to Navarro Beach, Florida, which is called the Southeast. And that one just came about. So we're doing a film premiere on that at the Old Mill Sunday night. So even if you're not a rider, if you're not registered, come out and check out the film. The Old Mill has great food.
And we've got that info right there on the screen. I want everybody to get that too. And if you got your smartphone, get it out, scan that QR code right there, give you all the information you need to get you ready for that big event.
And so that includes breakfast Saturday morning, dinner Saturday night, a big raffle and stuff Saturday night. The next weekend is Kids Free Fishing Day.
Love that. I love that idea.
It's going to be awesome. So kids can come out. It's going to be from 8 o'clock in the morning to 1 p.m. There's going to be casting competitions. There's going to be big giveaways.
Look at that trout. Oh, my goodness.
They're also stocking the creek. And then at 1 o'clock, which I think is very cool, right after the Kids Fishing Day, we're going to have the grand opening of Virginia's first snorkel trail.
Now explain that one to us.
Okay, so that's right there in the park. There's going to be a put-in where you can actually get in the river with your snorkel.
Snorkel gear,
and mask, and float down the river and see all the wildlife in the river.
Just explore.
If you've never done that, it is really amazing.
I think people would be amazed at what lives in our mountain streams.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely. And the streams and so forth in this area are so healthy.
Yes.
And, they're coming off the mountains.
Pure water.
Teeming with life. It really is. It really is going to be cool. And then in September, we're going to do another Trout Days because the first one was so successful. We're going to have another Trout Days. Our 4th of July celebration, people come from all over the place to Damascus to see it. It really is cool. Another thing we're doing is we have our farmers market, and it goes from 4 to 7 on Thursdays. So, it's a great time to come out on Thursday afternoon, have, dinner at one of our restaurants and check out the farmers market.
And I've been to Damascus, and you have some really good places to eat there.
We do. We have some awesome
I know those folks coming off the AT, that's one of their stops to get something to eat.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to go hungry when you're in
And,
Damascus.
and talking about that,
Yeah.
talking about the residents and the people of Virginia, in Damascus, Virginia, in the area, we love our visitors. And just
Right.
yesterday afternoon, we have a guy that's actually trying to break a speed record on the trail. And so last night, a big portion of the town goes down to cheer him on coming through.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, so it really is. It's got the outdoor vibe.
Right.
We love having our visitors.
And that great sense of community.
Absolutely, and you can also go on visitdamascus.org.
Yes.
And see everything that we have out there on our events. It'll tell you all about the town and what we're doing.
All right, Joe, appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Lots going on
Yes,
in Damascus.
indeed.
Love it. Folks, I encourage you, check out Damascus, Virginia. It is a great town. It is a great area. If you're a trout fisherman, if you like to ride bikes, if you just like being in the great outdoors, Damascus, Virginia is a destination for you. We'll be back with more Daytime coming up in just a few moments.